So can you see?
Yes, I can see Andre.
Well, I'm André Suman. I'm from Brazil, and this is my very first presentation in English. So I hope you can understand me, and I apologize in advance for something. I'm living in Philadelphia area since August, so just 11 months improving my English. You can find me at Andre Suman or my website, andresuman.com. BRQ is the company that I used to work in Brazil. They were my employer, and now they are my client because I set up the Andre Suman LLC here in US, and then I'm still working for BRQ, and I'm an AKT, a Kanban trainer as well, so I can deliver the TKP and the other Kanban certifications. Okay. Well, let's talk about upstream Kanban. But what's upstream? So I have some analogies to you. And when we talk about Kanban, we are talking about services and delivery services, service delivery. So this is a full service in a pizza place. So what happened? You feel hungry, you think about, well, maybe a pizza, it's a good idea. You ask your wife if she agreed, and you take a look at the menu, and well, what flavor we will order, maybe cheese or pepperoni, and well, kids don't like onions, so don't put onions in the pizza, and we will call the pizza place. And the pizza place, they will get your order, the cook will prepare your pizza, put it in the oven, and then the pizza will be delivered. In Brazil, we call the person that prepared the pizza, pizzaiolo. And our delivery is our using motorcycles. We don't use cars for delivery. So I'm here with my traditional slide. And the pizza arrived to your home and contactless delivery at your door, right? So how we define the upstream Kanban and delivery Kanban? We use the commitment point. So what's the commitment point in a pizza delivery service? It's exactly when you hang out the phone, because you put the order in the pizza place, and now you have the delivery, the downstream work, and you have the upstream before the commitment point, is when you are understanding what you need and discovering. So let's take a look in software development, what's happening. This is a picture that is called the Kanban picture. and this is the picture that I use to explain Kanban to teams that I introduce Kanban. So I will not explain this Kanban, this delivery Kanban that is in this picture. But if you like to take a look and understand what's the tiger in fire or the elephants and rats, and you can take a look here in this URL. That's my blog, and I have a blog post in English that I explain how I introduce Kanban using these analogies in my teams. So this is the delivery workflow, development, testing, and things done. And this is the commitment point in software, in Kanban. Is when we have the replenishment. And as my friend Sandeep said, we get married with the functional item. So the team now understood what we will do. In Scrum, of course, is in the planning. In Kanban, the cadence is the replenishment. So this is the commitment point. And in the left, that is the upstream. Sometimes we only talk about the backlog. But everything is backlog? No, of course not, because we have different things here in different situations. So in the left of the commitment point, we have the upstream Kanban picture. So this is just a sample, of course, a sample workflow, but I will talk about how I manage the workflow and how I'm taking a look in the full service and not only in the delivery service. So things that we have in upstream. Since if you get married, it's, well, you don't get married thinking about to break, right? So when you get married, you have the commitment with the functional item, but in Upstream, you can discard things because you are discovering. You are in discovery. We need to understand what to do, and maybe that's a bad idea that you don't want to do here in Upstream, in the business area, or during the requirements analysis, you said, oh, it doesn't make sense, so we can discard. And we also have WIP limits in Upstream. Since in delivery, we are always talking about limit your work in progress to improve our throughput and minimize our lead time. Here in Upstream is healthy that we have minimum and maximum limits. And why minimum limits? Because we guarantee that every time that the team needs something to push, to pull, to start the work, Kanban is a pull system. If you have a minimum activities here, things to do, you guarantee that the team will always have something to pull. And also in Upstream, we talk about refinement. And maybe this analogy is about an elephant is a huge story, is something that is big. And maybe in replenishment, in Upstream, we can do the refinement and split the elephant in a horse and a cow or something like this. This is an analogy about the size of the things that we are working. Also in Upstream, we have a non-linear flow. In delivery, we are always saying about, well, we need to develop, we need to test, and if you find a bug, we don't go to the left with the card. We maintain the same column and put a blocker because it's important to understand the flow. Here, maybe the business area is talking about something, and then you do the technical refinement and said, well, I think it's a good idea to change this feature because for the development it's better or anyway. So you have a non-linear flow in Upstream. And here's the bride, Sandeep. I swear I didn't talk to Sandeep before the presentation. And what is the definition of ready? I know that you have this in Scrum. And actually in Kanban, it's healthy that we have a column ready for replenishment. So things that we can pull since our capacity approved this. And then the definition of ready, what does it mean? The bride did the makeup, the hair, is in the dress, and is just in the door of the church waiting for the wedding. So something that is in definition of ready that we have here in our last column in Upstream Kanban. And then we do the commitment and we start delivering. Also, it's important, we have some metrics in Upstream. And I think that it's important to have a customer lead time because we are always talking about the delivery lead time. We're talking about we need to deliver faster. Our team needs to develop and test this fast. But think about the pizza place that I said. Maybe you feel hungry. You spend 2 or 3 hours with your wife just discussing about the pizza flavor. And then when the pizza place delivers in 20 minutes, you will push the pizza place and say, oh, you're very slow. I'm very hungry. But they take only 20 minutes to do that. And you take 3 hours to talk about the pizza flavor. So in our companies, sometimes the business area are always discussing themes and spending months, maybe years discussing some features. And when we need to deliver that, we need to be fast because, well, we don't have enough time to do that. So this is a metric that I use when I have a situation that I have the minimum size of something or the feature defined. Then we start to take a look at this and to understand where can we improve the service delivery. May we work in Upstream to improve with business area, or maybe we will improve in delivery because we have blockers or something like that. And also in Kanban, we have this role. This role is not a mandatory role. It is just a suggested role in Kanban. We call this service request manager. That is somebody that can take a look in the flow and take care here. maybe a product owner, a product manager. But in my experience, when we use the Upstream Kanban and Delivery Kanban, and you can do that in Jira in the same board, you are integrating business people and the developers. And so we don't have this silo between business area and developers. We are taking a look in the flow and do what we need to do, what is important to do to improve the flow, right? So this is the Upstream Kanban. I hope you could understand something. Thank you. I was very active in Brazilian Agile community, and now I'm trying to make some friends here in the US. So thank you, Ken, for the opportunity to present. And maybe if my English is not so bad, we can do some classes, some Kanban classes here and certifications courses. We can think about that. And this is my QR code for LinkedIn and my brand new website. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. So who has questions for Andre?
Well, I don't have a question.
I would minimize the risk if I use it 40 minutes, but well, let's try to understand the question.
No, I don't have a question. I just have a comment. So great job, Andre.
Great job. Yeah, great job.
Yeah, no issues.
Quick question, Andre.
So
Did the bride run away question?
Yeah, don't be conscious. You did a great job, and welcome to the community. Welcome to.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Quick question, Andre. Did the bride run away after that? Groom or the groom run away?
Yeah, I want to know why the groom isn't in the ready for replenishment column. That's
He ran away, I think, right?
Because he's always in the fire.
But Andre, I think what I really appreciated was this idea that we don't have on the upstream Kanban, it isn't a pull from the right to left, that things can go back and forth, and it doesn't violate that in the delivery Kanban system. It doesn't violate that pull system, but that when we're in this discovery process, there's going to be that kind of churn.
Yeah, it's more, upstream is more open for practice, and this picture and the Kanban picture as well. My friends are using to teach Kanban and in their training course and presentations. So if you think that is useful, you can take a look in the URL, and you have both here. And I describe. Unfortunately, I only have a video in Portuguese explaining this, but maybe I can record something in English soon.